Welcome in. If you're just joining us, so glad to be here with you today practicing. I'll suggest that you have two blocks at the top of your mat for today's practice. Those blocks, as always, are completely optional, just if it feels like that would support you at any point in time during the practice. We're going to begin in a cross-legged seated position. So again, if it would support you to sit up on the edge of a block, knowing that you could do that, and if for any reason sitting cross-legged isn't the right place for you, you can come to a position that feels sustainable as we drop into the practice, which might be kneeling instead. So as you find that place, you set yourself up in a way that you can begin to drop into this time that we're here together to share today. Just knowing that you've allocated the time, you've set the time aside, and then doing the work that really only you can do, which is the showing up piece. And that's not just about arriving here in this moment on the mat, it's a continual process. Because maybe, as you've even already noticed, the mind has other places it's going to want to try and take you. And so you keep bringing yourself back again and again and again. Let's start just by rubbing the palms together. We're going to create a little bit of friction with the hands. So start to rub the hands together a little bit back and forth. And just depending on the climate that you're in, the time of day that it is, you might notice that the skin feels a little cool or the air around you does, or maybe for you, it's something different. But either way, just noticing what you sense without getting involved in any kind of big storyline. And then interlace the fingers together and take your two cupped palms and place them over your heart. And then close your eyes, soften your chin, and begin to breathe into your two hands. And start to draw the breath in through the nose and along the back of the throat, creating the sound of ujjayi. And that yogic sound of the breathing is part of what supports us in beginning again and coming back again. And as you tune in, setting the commitment to listen. As we celebrate the spring season and so many ways of celebrating around the world and throughout cultures and different practices at this point in time in the year, what we're really celebrating is tuning into the unique rhythm and timing of our individual lives. And although spring is symbolic of something new blooming, of coming to fruition, you might be at a point in time in your life of germination, of lumination. And so maybe for you, something is germinating that isn't quite ready to bloom yet, and that is totally fine. And so, in honor of this new season, can you set the commitment to really listen and honor the unique and individual timing of your life? Listening to your body, listening to your breath, listening to what your practice is calling you into today. And this in the Tibetan tradition is what's called a samaya. It is a sacred vow, and together setting this sacred vow to listen inwardly for deep honoring, reverence, and respect. And so, just from this place, release your hands, take a deep inhale through the nose, fill the body with breath, and open the mouth. Exhale, sigh the breath out. Circle the arms to the sky, take an inhale, reach up. And then as you exhale, drop the right hand outside of the right hip, lift the left arm up and over the crown of the head, and maybe the right elbow starts to drop to the floor, but keep pressing the left sitting bone down into the earth. So you get a long expansion through your left side body as you reach the left fingertips away from the left sitting bone. Know where to get to. Nothing to make happen as you continue to really listen and hold that commitment, that sacred vow, very close to every choice you make in your practice today. On an inhale, lift up tall, and then left hand to your right knee, right fingertips are going to slide behind you. Come into the first twist of this practice, and we are going to move through some twists today. I always love, again, just the symbolic nature that a twist can represent, and this opportunity to create some space, to remember space. It's a little bit like when we wring a sponge out, it's releasing what was held, but that space was always already there, and we're just remembering the space. And so maybe there's some things as we head into this season that you're really ready to step away from, old conditions, habits, certain thought processes or narratives, and now's the time to set them to the side. Give it one last little twist. Back to center, both arms up. Inhale, reach tall. And as you exhale, left hand outside the left hip, right arm up and over the crown of the head. Big, long side stretch from right sitting bone through right fingertips. And then again, the honoring of the practice is moving in a way that supports where you are in your unique physiology. Some of us can look under the arm toward the ceiling, and it doesn't restrict the breath or constrain the neck. Some of us need to look straight ahead, and some of us need to look down. And so, remembering, as you'll hear me say throughout the years and different classes, there's always a place for you in this practice. You belong here. So, you find the place that's right for you. Give it one last little reach. Right arm straight up to the sky on an inhale, and then right hand outside the left knee, left hand behind the low back as you wrap the left shoulder down the back. And at the same time, you're still pulling the right hip back so the hips stay neutral, the pelvis stays neutral. And the twist happens in that space above the diaphragm, beneath the shoulder blades. So there's integrity in the way that you twist. And then once you get in there, drop the analytical mind and come back to the breath. You just feel your way into it, and it doesn't need to be deeper than this. How beautiful. Give it one last little squeeze. Back to center. Inhale, reach the arms up, maybe gaze up. And then exhale, roll onto all fours right away. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, and head your way back into downward facing dog. You might want to bicycle the legs a little bit, awakening the body and coming into this body that you have today. Maybe you sway, spread the fingers, ground into the hands, and these opening parts of practice connect us with that earth element of really getting rooted and established in this time that we've carved out to be here today. So you can feel the way that you've established yourself already. And we're just going to go right into our opening flow. On an inhale, lift your right leg up and off the earth. As you exhale, draw your knee towards your nose, roll your shoulders towards your wrists, and then look forward and step your right foot through. Remember, if it doesn't get there, you can reach your hand back, help your right foot up. Drop your left knee down behind your left hip. We'll go slow this first round, right and left. Rise up to a low lunge on an inhale, Anjaneyasana. Take a breath. Hands to the heart as you exhale, and left elbow outside of your right knee for a twist. And then the same work here that you found seated, where the pelvis stays neutral and the twist is happening because the shoulders are stacking. So even here, the right thigh presses slightly forward, the left hip draws back as you rotate above the navel. Give it one last little squeeze. Back up to your low lunge through the center. Take an inhale, lift the fingertips up. Then as you exhale, place the fingertips down, frame the front foot, and listen close. On an inhale, lift the left knee up and then shift forward into standing splits. This is a place where if you wanted to have blocks under the hands, you could. But with the left leg reaching back behind you, take an inhale. And then as you exhale, draw the knee toward the nose. So a little bit of core work, a little bit of balance here as you hug in, as we start to build some fire and we switch elements. Inhale, left leg straight back behind you. Then forward fold top of the mat, left foot meets the right. Glance out, possibly hands to shins. Take an inhale, lengthen spine and back. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees as much as you need to honor yourself today. Rise to stand. Inhale, both arms to the sky. Then as you exhale, right hand outside the right thigh, left arm up and over the head, back into that side stretch. So really kicking the left hip off to the left side, deepening into that intercostal space, as if you could get a little left rib swing breath here. Right arm up to meet the left. On an inhale, reach up, gaze up. Forward fold as you exhale, press the breath out and empty. Flat back on an inhale, whether fingertips are on the floor or hands slide to shins. Then plant the hands as you exhale, step back to the top of a push-up. You can always modify with the knees down behind the hips. Take an inhale in plank. Then as you exhale, shift forward onto the toes, bend the elbows and lower slow, the whole body down onto the floor. On an inhale, lift the heart and gaze over the right shoulder. So we're going to add a little cobra twist here. Then exhale, heart, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, cobra twist to the left, gaze over the left shoulder. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin to the mat. Through the center, inhale, shoulders roll. Exhale, lower slow. Tuck the toes. Lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog. On an inhale, lift your left leg up and off the mat. As you exhale, step your left foot through between your hands, drawing the thigh to the chest, rolling the shoulders over the wrists, and then the foot steps through or you help it through. Right knee drops back down onto the mat. Low lunge on an inhale, arms rise, torso lifts. Check in. How's your breath and how's that commitment to that deep inner listening? Hands to the heart as you exhale. Stay empty of breath. Right elbow outside, left knee as you find your twist. Turning the heart toward the hands. And then again, just committing to yourself. Give it a little squeeze. Back up through the center. Inhale, reach and rise. Fingertips down as you exhale. Lift the back right knee on an inhale, and on the same breath, shift forward into standing splits. Right leg lifts your own height. Then right thigh to chest, knee to nose, curl in, give it a little hug, a little squeeze. Inhale, right leg straight back behind you. Right foot meets the left, top of the mat, forward fold. Your version of a flat back on an inhale, one breath, one movement. Exhale, forward fold. See if you can extend the breath so it even slows things down a little bit. Rise up, inhale, trusting the timing of your life in this season. Exhale, left hand outside, left thigh this time, kicking the right hip out to the right side. So you get the sweet lateral side stretch, something that the spine really needs to stay healthy and vigorous, especially as activity picks up and the seasons shift. Left arm up to meet the right on an inhale. We're going to get ready to flow. Exhale, fold forward, dive down low. Heart lifts, inhale, glance out, make some space. Hands down as you exhale, step back to the top of a plank, and then on the same out breath, lower slow the whole body down onto the mat. Twisting cobra to the right on an inhale, you gaze right. Then exhale, lower slow to the mat. Twisting cobra to the left, inhale. Exhale as you lower and descend. Through the center, inhale, cobra, shoulders low, heart lifts. Exhale, tuck the toes, down dog, and we're going to go right into it. Let's find just that meditative dance. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right foot steps through, back knee to the mat. Inhale, rise up to your low lunge. Exhale, hands to heart, left elbow outside, right knee, twist. Back up through the center. Inhale as you rise. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, back knee lifts, shift forward, left leg up. Exhale, knee to nose, tap and touch. Inhale, left leg behind. Exhale, left foot meets right, top of mat. Chest out, inhale. Fold as you exhale. Rise, inhale to the sky. Right arm drops down as you exhale and you lean to the right side. Through the center, inhale, lift and sweep. Exhale, forward fold, press the breath out and your storyline. Inhale, lead with your heart. Exhale, hands down, step back, lower all the way down onto the mat. So out of the head and into the body. Twisting cobra to the right, inhale. Lower, slow, exhale. Twisting cobra to the left, inhale. Down to the earth, exhale. Through the middle, inhale, heart elevates. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin descend. Tuck your toes, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg floats up. Exhale, left foot through, back knee descends. Rise up, inhale, low lunge to sweep and lift. Hands to heart, right elbow outside left knee. When you're empty of breath, twist. Back up through the middle, inhale to float tall. Exhale, hands come down. Inhale, right knee lifts. Shift forward and float, standing splits. Exhale, knee to nose, thigh to chest. Inhale, right leg straight behind. Forward fold, top of the mat as the feet root down. Flat back inhale as you pull the breath down. Exhale, fold and drop your head. Rise up on the in-breath all the way to stand. Left arm outside left thigh as you tilt to the left. Rise up through the center on the in-breath. Exhale, bow all the way down low to the earth. Pull the chest out, inhale, take the rounding out. Hands down, exhale, step back, lower all the way down on the out breath. Inhale, twisting cobra to the right. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin to the earth. Inhale, twisting cobra to the left. Exhale, heart, chest, and chin to the mat. Inhale, shoulders low and heart high. Exhale, lower slow. Tuck the toes, press back, downward facing dog. And pause for a moment in downward facing dog, and you just kind of sense what it's like to tap into this water-like quality that comes with a Vinyasa style practice. One breath, one movement, and helping us really to listen inwardly. Now we're going to make a little bit of a shift, and we might amp up some of the heat. And important to remember that you've really got to attune to your own experiences of resistance or discomfort. And this is how we start to reduce suffering. So we have to be attentive so that we can respond consciously. What a beautiful practice for us to have at the level of our physical bodies, our individual experiences, so that then we can have them collectively. So let's start to flow. Let's amp things up. Take an inhale, press back. Exhale, bend the knees, look forward, step or hop, feet to the top of the mat. Flat back, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold as you exhale. Bend the knees, drop the hips, sit back into Utkatasana chair pose, remembering that that root word ut does mean intense, so there is some intensity here. Weight into the heels, chest still elevated. Take one more inhale as you sit a little deep. Then today, as you exhale, stand all the way up. Draw your right knee up to your chest for some balance, and then twist to the right, splitting the arms, left arm forward, right arm behind you into that wide arm twist. Back to chair on an inhale, hips back, arms lift, chair pose. Then exhale, stand left knee to the chest, right arm forward, left arm behind you. So you twist toward that lifted left knee today. Back to chair pose. Inhale as the big toes connect and the weight sits back to the heels. Dive and fold as you exhale. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, plant the hands and lower slow or float back to chaturanga with elbows bent. Cobra or up dog on your inhale, always your choice. Exhale, shift back to downward facing dog. Inhale, the right leg lifts up and off the mat. As you exhale, right knee toward the right elbow, the right arm on the out breath. Back to three-legged downward facing dog on an inhale. Here comes your twist. Right knee toward the left elbow. So the shoulders stay neutral. The right hip hooks underneath the left. That's how you create that twist. Then inhale, right leg all the way back, three-leg down dog. Exhale, knee to nose, thigh to chest through the center. Inhale, right leg to the sky. Exhale, right foot steps through. This time, back foot spins flat. Rise up on an inhale to warrior one, your forward facing warrior. So, standing your ground by sealing the blade of the back left foot to the earth. Take an inhale, reach up. Then, as you exhale, hands to the heart, straighten the right leg. Maybe the right toes lift up and off the earth. And imagine you could cultivate a little bit of camel pose, Ustrasana in the upper back. So with the hands at the heart, roll the shoulders back, maybe gaze up, then replant the right foot, rebend the right knee. Inhale, warrior one. Open up as you exhale, warrior two. Front heel intersecting the back arch. Arms widen and spread as you descend into the strength of the right thigh. And you recommit to that sacred vow, that commitment that you made, listening inwardly to the messages of the body today. Right leg straight on an inhale, turn the right toes in to mirror the left, lift both arms up to the sky. Then exhale, kick the heels in, spread the arms out, and sit down into goddess or temple pose as the arms widen and spread. Lean to the right. Right arm's going to sweep underneath you. Left arm up and overhead as you reach on the inhale. And then exhale back through the center, arms widen and spread, head above the heart. And then up and over to the left, right arm over, left arm under, still sitting deep into the hips. Back through the center as you exhale, arms widen, knees still bent. Then inhale, kick the heels back, lift the arms up. Warrior two to your back left leg, left toes turn this time. So we switch perspective. So much of what our practice teaches us is how to see clearly and maybe how to see things in a new way beyond our misperceptions. Flip the left palm to the sky. Reverse your warrior on an inhale, lean back. Then exhale, circle the hands down to the earth. Step back to plank and lower slow, or skip it. Inhale, cobra or upward facing dog. Down dog as you exhale. Left leg lifts up on an inhale. Left knee toward the left elbow or the outer left arm. Shoulders above the wrists. Pull the heart forward and drive the floor away. So strong. Three-leg down dog. Inhale up and back. Left knee toward the right elbow, hooking the left hip under the right while still pulling the left shoulder down the back. Inhale, left leg all the way to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, thigh to chest. Inhale, three-leg down dog, up and back. Exhale, left foot steps through, back foot spins flat. Rise up, Virabhadrasana 1. So you're still facing this new direction, the opportunity in this new season. As things start to bloom and come to life, the perspective changes. Maybe there was something there all along that you weren't seeing, and this chance for you to really step into the clarity that committed practice brings. Take an inhale. Hands to the heart, left leg straight, maybe the left toes lift. Such a personal decision. Shoulders roll down the back, finding a little bit of camel in the upper back, never throwing the head back, but gazing slightly up. So this pathway from the navel, through the heart, through the chest is all the way open so that maybe the season could be a season of expression for you. Seal the left foot down, inhale, rise back up to warrior one. Peel it open to warrior two as you exhale. Left arm ahead, right arm behind. And this real sense of you standing your ground, there's clarity in this clear seeing. Left leg straight, left toes turn in to mirror the right. Inhale the arms up. Then temple pose as you exhale, heels in, arms spread. This time lean to the left on an inhale without collapsing the inner knees. Keep the knees bent as you exhale, spread the arms, head above the heart. Then inhale up and over to the right, right arm under, left arm over, big side body stretch. Back through the center as you exhale into goddess pose. Legs straight, heels back, arms up. Inhale, reach and rise. Warrior two to your right leg as you exhale. So making this big circle around your mat today, taking everything in, resisting nothing or facing your resistance. Inhale, reverse your warrior. Right arm lifts up and back. Exhale, hands cartwheel down to the earth. Step back to plank as the elbows bend and shave your waist. Inhale, up dog or cobra in your flow. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog, and we're gonna go right into it in flow. Press the thighs back on an inhale, bend the knees, step or float as you exhale. Flat back, inhale, lengthen. Forward fold, exhale, and empty. Chair poses, knees bend. Inhale, heart and arms lift. Exhale, right knee to the chest, left arm forward, right arm behind you into that split arm twist. Back to chair pose, inhale as the feet connect. Left knee to the chest, arms widen as you turn to the left. Chair pose, inhale as you balance and sit a little deep. Exhale, fold, fingers to the earth. Inhale, lengthen spine and back. Hands down, exhale, step or float and lower slow. Inhale to your back bend. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right arm tap. Inhale, heel up and back. Exhale, right knee twists to the left. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, thigh to chest. Inhale, three leg downward facing dog. Exhale, right foot between hands and back foot flat. Warrior one, inhale as you rise, hands to heart, right leg straight, maybe the toes lift. Rebend, inhale, warrior one, lift up. Open up, exhale, warrior two. On an inhale, right leg straight, right heels back, arms above. Exhale, heels in, toes turn out and arms spread. Lean to the right on an inhale. Spread through the center as you exhale. Lean to the left on an inhale. Spread through the center, exhale. Heels back, arms rise, deep breath in. Warrior two to your back, left leg on the out breath. Left arm draws up and back, reverse your warrior. Circle the hands down as you exhale. Step back and slowly lower. Inhale, up dog or cobra in your flow. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. Left leg lifts, inhale. Left knee, left elbow, exhale. Inhale, heel up and back. Exhale, twist it to the right and tap. Inhale, three leg down dog. Exhale, knee to nose, thigh to chest. Inhale, left leg circles to the sky. Exhale as you step it through light. First warrior, inhale, float up tall and rise. Hands to the heart, exhale, roll the shoulders down the back. Replant the foot, inhale, rebend the knee, first warrior. Open up, exhale, second warrior to sit in. Left leg straight, inhale, heels back and arms above. Exhale, heels in, toes out, sit down deep. Lean it to the left on an inhale. Pull it through the center, maybe sit a little deeper. Up and over to the right as you stretch. Exhale through the center. Both arms up, heels back, inhale. Warrior two to your right leg as you exhale. Reverse your warrior, inhale all the way up and back. Hands down as you exhale, step back. You could use your knees to descend. Inhale, roll your shoulders low. Exhale, press back, downward facing dog. We're gonna go through it again. So take an inhale and press back. Exhale, bend the knees, step or float. Can you move through it without a storyline? Inhale, pull the chest out. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, sit back, chair pose. So often it's our story that creates our suffering. Stand right knee in, turn to the right, arms widen and spread. Back to chair, inhale. Can you be with any discomfort? Exhale, left knee to the chest, arms widen and spread. Back to chair, inhale as you sit a little bit deep. Exhale, forward fold. Pull the chest out, inhale. Plant the hands, step back and lower or float. Inhale to cobra or up dog. Exhale, down dog. Here we go, right and left. Inhale, right leg up. Exhale, right knee, right elbow, tap. Inhale, leg to the sky. Exhale, twist it to the left. Inhale, right leg up and back. Knee to nose, thigh to chest. Inhale, three leg down dog. Exhale, right foot through. Inhale, warrior one. Hands to heart and right leg straight. Rebend the right knee. Inhale as you sit in a little deep. Open exhale, warrior two. Press the breath out. Then right leg straight, toes ahead. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, heels in, arms spread, sit it down deep. Inhale, lean up and over to the right. Exhale through the center, arms wide. Inhale, lean up and over to the left. Exhale, arms extend. Heels back, inhale, arms above. Warrior two to the left as you exhale. Inhale, left arm up and over for the peaceful warrior. Hands down, exhale, step back to plank and slowly lower. Inhale, cobra or upward facing. Down dog on the out breath. Last time, left leg lifts, inhale. Left elbow tap, exhale. Inhale up and back. Exhale, twist to the right. Inhale to the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, thigh to chest. Inhale, three leg down dog. Exhale, step it through, back foot flat. Inhale, Virabhadrasana one. Left leg straight, hands to heart, heart lifts. Back to warrior one on the inhale. Open it, warrior two, exhale. Left leg straight, arms up, inhale. Heels in, toes out, sit deep, exhale. Lean it to the left on an inhale. Get strong in your foundation. Exhale through the center. Commit to the discomfort. Inhale to the right. Exhale through the center. Nothing to reject. Legs straight, heels back. Inhale, arms rise. Warrior two to the right on the out breath. Right arm pulls you up and back. Inhale. Hands down, step back, lower slow. Exhale. Inhale, up dog or cobra. Downward facing as you exhale. Lift your right leg up on an inhale. Step your right foot through. Turn your back foot flat. Rise back up to warrior one on an inhale. Hold there. Part of the mantra for this season and this practice, something that's important to remind ourselves as we stay with an uptick in sensation, heat in the body, maybe a faster heartbeat, a little beating of sweat, is that discomfort is not the same thing as being unsafe. Take your hands behind your back. You can be uncomfortable and feel safe at the same exact time. And that's what you're creating for yourself here. Interlace your fingers, draw your knuckles down, lift your heart up. Take an inhale and fold and humble yourself as you exhale. So as you humble yourself, you might just be wondering, why do I want to practice being uncomfortable? Because it's part of life, right? It's part of actually compassion, and it's how we grow. And we confuse our compassion with comfort. They're not the same thing. I've got to learn how to be uncomfortable so that I can do new, exciting, and important things. Inhale, rise back up to warrior one. So really just a lot of strength in that. Hands to the hips as you exhale. Straighten your front right leg. Step your left foot up about a third of the way. And so with both legs straight, hands on the hips, squaring the hips toward the top of the mat. Let's keep twisting here. Left arm to the sky. Big inhale, as tall as you can get. Then as you exhale, use your right hand to pull your right hip back. Reach your left hand forward. Get as long as you can. And then at the last moment, the left hand might come down to the right shin or even a block, inside or outside that foot. Keeping the spine long and the hips neutral. On an inhale, right arm to the sky, or your version of it. For some of us, we can only lift the arm about halfway or 3/4 of the way. Not everybody can lift the arms straight up to the sky and have the twist still be in authenticity and integrity. So again, this is about you listening to you, not trying to fit into someone else's form or shape. The world really doesn't need more of that conformity. Take an inhale, pull the chest out, and then exhale, fold over your right leg. And as you fold over the right leg, just that moment there to kind of nod the head a little yes, nod the head a little no, breathing into the back line of the body. Gaze slightly forward, put a little bend into your right knee, and then step your left foot up to meet your right, folding top of the mat the way you've already practiced. Glance out on an inhale. Fold as you exhale. Rise to the sky. Inhale, last little bit of standing practice. Hands to the heart. Draw the right knee up into the chest, and maybe your right hand stays on your right knee. Some of us might want to hook the big toe and straighten the leg. I'm not going to do that because I have a window in front of me today. But you could reach down and hook that big toe and straighten the leg if you wanted to, and as long as your spine stayed tall. But again, it's not necessary. Keep what you have, left hand either to the outside of your right foot or the outside of your right knee. And then open your right arm toward the back of the space. So that same little twist that you did when we were flowing through chair, and maybe like me, if your eyes are kind of darting around, causes you to lose your balance and you just come back in. That imbalance in the practice doesn't mean that the practice isn't working. And that's part of how we negotiate the transitions both on and off the mat that bring the practice to life. Give it one last little twist. Back to center, both arms up, kick the leg out if you have the space. Maybe you do. Take a big inhale, and then exhale, right foot meets the left, both feet on the floor, reach up, gaze up, dive all the way down and let it go. Feel the space you made. How beautiful. Flat back, inhale. Hands down, step back, second to last vinyasa as you exhale. Cobra or up dog, full breath in. Down dog as you exhale. Left leg up, inhale. Left foot steps through, back foot spins flat. Rise up, inhale. So commit, last little bit of your practice. It gets tricky because the mind thinks it knows what's coming, and so it can check out a little bit. How can you check back in? Drop the hands behind the back, interlace one finger over. Hold yourself accountable. Knuckles down, lift the heart, take an inhale. And then humble yourself as you exhale. And maybe the way that we humble ourselves is by really noticing or admitting, wow, I've been giving into a lot of a storyline in my life. I've been talking a lot of narrative, and it's not really helping me to reduce suffering. It's actually adding to my suffering and other people's suffering. And so here it is, just humbling yourself to this mind and the chance to step off the mat and really into your body in a very new way with a refreshed perspective. On an inhale, lift the heart, lift the chest. Hands to the hips as you exhale. Left leg straight. Step the right foot up about a third of the way. Turn the right toes forward to the extent that you can. Then the right arm lifts, inhale. Start to tilt the sitting bones back, both legs straight, hips neutral, reach, 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 reach. And at the last moment, the right hand drops, maybe to the ankle or shin, maybe to a block. And then turning your heart to the left. In your own time, on an inhale, left arm lifts up to stack on top of the right. Always love the reminder in the Tibetan tradition. There's a saying, no mistakes, no success. So much of the way that we learn how to do better in our lives, on our mats, in our practice, but especially in relationship to each other, is through our mistakes. So mistakes, really this chance to do better, to learn, and really to be celebrated. Give it a little twist. Fold as you exhale. Glancing slightly forward, step the right foot up to meet the left. Pull the chest out, inhale. Fold and exhale. Rise up, inhale. Oh, body feels good. Hands to the heart as you exhale. So you're noticing different ways you move. that create space and openness. Left knee into the chest, left hand to the left knee. Stand up tall. Again, you could hook the toe. You could send the leg toward your version of straight or totally straight. Always your choice and dependent on this body you have today, not what you did last year. Right hand outside left knee. Reach the left arm behind you. Keep the hips neutral, the spine long. Last twist of your practice. Give it one last little reach. And then back to the center. If you have the space, left leg straightens out. Keep the shoulders above the hips. So that's some core work there for you. Take a big inhale, left leg up. Left foot slowly lowers to meet the right on the out breath. And inhale, reach up, gaze up. Exhale, last deep fold of the class. Pull the chest out, inhale. Hands down, step back, and lower slow. Final vinyasa. Cobra up dog, inhale. Back to down dog as you exhale. Big inhale in downward facing dog. And lower the knees down to the mat. Keep the toes tucked, rise to standing on your knees. So after all of that twisting, let's counter that with a back bend. So coming in now to Ustrasana, camel pose. Bring the hands to the low back. Fingers can point up or down. It's always your choice. Thighs draw forward. Roll the shoulders back. Hands could stay right where they are. Maybe the hands release to the heels. And so you've twisted the body. You've worked through your lateral side stretches. You've had your forward folds. Now really come into this opening of the heart. You've done the work, and now you expand into this new season. Take a big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth. Shift the hands to the low back. Rise all the way up. Place the hands out in front of you, tabletop pose. Cross the ankles. Roll onto your sitting bones. And roll all the way onto your back. Knees bent. Feet flat. Keep what you have. Cross your right ankle over your left knee for a little reclining pigeon. Draw your left knee into your chest. Close your eyes, if it's okay for you, and start to lengthen your exhales. Give that left knee a gentle hug, a gentle squeeze. Keep the right ankle connected to the left knee. Just lower the left foot to the floor, and then cactus the elbows and drop the left knee to the left along with the sole of the right foot. So the right knee is pointing up toward the ceiling in that figure four shape. So just a little bit of an open belly twist and a little difference into the hips. I like to take my left hand and kind of press my right thigh slightly forward. And so just a little gentle pressure there that then kind of deepens the breath. A little more space in that right lung. Come back through the center. Place the sole of the right foot down and then left ankle over right knee. Hug the right knee or right thigh into the chest. Long out breaths. And so stay with your sacred vow. Stay with the commitment that you made. All the way through. All the way to the end. Lower the right foot down, cactus the elbows. Right knee drops to the right. Sole of the left foot stands on the ground. And then maybe you take that right hand and maybe you give that left thigh just a gentle press forward. And watch what it does to your breath, the depth and the quality of your breath. And come through the center, uncross the legs, reach down, hug the knees into the chest, curl the forehead up, give everything a squeeze, big inhale, and Shavasana is your exhale. Legs extend, move things out of your way, and close your eyes, and you let everything go as you lay yourself down into a full and final rest, a surrender of the practice, your effort, your breath, and a time of integration. And as you stay in Shavasana, Phil Stutz writes, real magic is knowing that you are accessing power as part of the greater whole, that you are connected to a group and forces higher than yourself. Nothing in the universe is permanent or valuable unless it's done in partnership. And so to feel the partnership that you participated in this morning, the partnership of you with your body and your breath, the partnership of this collective of us practicing together here at this time on the planet. If you have time today to stay and rest longer in Shavasana, I hope that you do. If you're transitioning, you'll draw your knees in and rock up to sit. And the hands join at the heart as you bow the chin, but otherwise, please stay and rest longer if you can. Inhaling the thumbs to the forehead for clarity of thought, the fingertips to the lips for thoughtfulness of speech, and the hands to the heart for consistency of action, allowing your practice to guide you in that partnership of everything you are thinking, saying, and doing. Namaste, and thank you so much for your practice. If you're looking to deepen your practice at this time, we have a retreat coming up in July in Costa Rica. There's still space for that. It's one of my most favorite places in the world, beautiful practice space, just a really wonderful, immersive retreat. Details can be found below. And again, if you're not a member of our community over at Inner Dimension, the link is below. And when you join, your first 10 days are completely free. Coming up in the next few months, I'll have my entire new hormonal balancing program coming out. That's going to be great. That'll be available on Inner Dimension and so many others. Thank you for your practice and wishing you a wonderful season, that everything this season brings, may it fill you with a deep sense of purpose and meaning. Thank you for your practice.